go to pgacoachonline.com and you'll find the resources for all your game improvement with Blast Connect hosted within it. Click on Login. So now you're going to use your email that you signed up with and purchased a lesson or the online performance lab. So you go to the main dashboard, which has training programs. For when I prepared to play in the PGA Championship, I kept practice calendars with structured practice plans and some videos, images from the event of when I was doing the drills. Same with the Houston Open event. And the high school players that are in the varsity group can see their lesson notes, recruiting information from events with college coaches and our weekly practices. So if you are a premium Performance Lab member, you can click Instant Access as you scroll down. And this takes you to the premium information for practice plans. So right here at the top is Blast Connect, which you're going to have to log into one time, and then it will save your data, so you don't have to keep re-logging in. And this is where your private lesson videos will be, as well as a practice calendar, some baseline tests so we can track your progression. So we'll start with the baseline test here. So there is a test for each aspect of the game. So if we were to click on putting, you can see there's a 6-foot clock test for short putting to gauge where you're at, and there's leaderboards, and you can compete against your peers in your same ability level group. Starting line drill, PGA Tour assessment, another short putting drill. And we will continue to add more drills as we go, but if you click on the details, you'll have images and videos with instructions for each baseline test, so you know exactly what to do. So it increases competition amongst the peer groups and the ability level groups for adults to see where you stack up, and you can also track progression in the short game, the full swing, distance control, and then if you have a blast sensor, there's they had included different tests to track your tempo and timing consistency. So, for example, with tests that have a PDF that comes with them, so you can print it out and run and take it with you to the practice facility or the course, so you can write it down if you'd like. You can print that off in your media library, which is where your video analysis will be stored, and you can also upload videos for me to check at any time. So you can see, there's impact drills in there. These are private lesson videos, but you can use this filter on the side to look at whatever you want. So if you want a short game baseline test to print out, you can press that and apply the filters, and this will give you all the documents, and you just find the short game baseline test. So here's some TrackMan Combine for private lessons, some recruiting stuff for high school players, pre-shot routine, post-round reviews. So you can see the different documents available. So now if you want to play on the course, this includes a stat tracking program where you just choose the course there. You can change the date if you're doing it a day later. You can choose the tees. Wildcat Golf Club has 2 courses, so Highlands Lakes. You can click if it's a tournament or not, and then you start round. So now I'll give you one example with the off the tee. Say the tee marker is up, you can change it right there. You can, when you're in the fairway or under a tree, or you're not hitting a full swing, you can choose to click recovery, which will not track it for distance control averages. And also, like with a driver, say I'm going to hit a bunt cut and I don't want it to go to my driving distance average, I can click recovery. Then you can say where it ended. Then you want to put the result of the shot, where it ended up in the rough, bunker, say hit it on the green, you hold it, or the penalty shots, because it does strokes gained. So after 5 rounds, so you go to the golf stats tab. Rounds is when you're going to plug in your stuff. Golf stats is where you're going to look at your data. So I haven't played in the last month, so I can't really compare it, but you would be able to see your strokes gained all time versus the last month to see if you're improving tee to green strokes gained. And you can also compare your results to PGA Tour strokes gained on the PGAtour.com website. So they will tell you more about strokes gained as you hover over the icon there for information. And then if you want to break down like your iron play, you can see there that I'm pretty good 50 yards to 75 yards out of the fairway, but not so good out of the rough. So you can also strategize your course management and figure out where you're pretty weak. And so you can practice those areas more so than, the areas you're really strong at. You still want to do sometimes, but spend time on your weakness, spend a little more time on your weakness. So the last aspect I'll show you is the training practice calendars, and also you have these other tabs to plan your practice, post-round review, short game test, wedges, distance control charts you can keep so you know your distances. So if we go to the workouts and practice tab, click practices, and so you can put in different practices that I've already installed in Blast. If you don't have time to go to the course, you can do an indoor for full swing, impact drills indoor, mental game, and you can add those to your practice. And then I can also hold you accountable if I'm your coach, and you can see, which ones I've assigned you, which ones are available, and you can do all those and then just log your practice. When you did it, maybe you changed up how many reps you did because you didn't have time. But how you practice and structure your practices are really important. And when you go back to PGA Coach Online, this has more education, insight, and details with videos and images on how to work on specific aspects of your game that you're struggling with. So you want to work on your full swing. Here's some baseline positions. And then you can, learn about, you don't have to be perfect, but you want to be safe. And so there's some education on that for every aspect of the game with some coaching along the way, feel versus reality, how to understand your game, making swing changes. And those links will go over and show you how to make swing changes correctly for faster improvement. Enjoy.